Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, can you hear me and see me okay? Let's go ahead and get that out of the way first. There's Angela P. Hey, I see you. Thanks for helping out. Appreciate it. Let's see, Angela P. Emma Lou. Who all we got in here? Show yourself. Teresa. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Still a nasty day. Let's see when they let everybody get in here. I want to see something real quick. Let a few people get in here. What's day? Wednesday. Hey, it's hump day, everybody. It is hump day. Rain. Where in the world is this at? I was trying to get the weather for where I live, but man, it's telling me Cleveland. Know where Cleveland's. That could be anywhere. Oh, good God, it's supposed to rain all the way till Sunday. Good grief, guys. Hey, Jazz, thanks for being a member. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see who we got in here. Getting some people in here now. Debbie Patrick, Angela, of course, Jess, Dark Horse Justice. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being in here. Ooh, 85. We got 85. ME. Cammy Burchett, Barbara Warren, Karen Ann, Jim Mitchell. Now this ain't gonna be a very long live, guys. I just wanted to let you know kind of what I've come up with. I was looking over the Idaho 4 murder case, and who do y'all think? Do y'all got any? Do you guys, just speculating, do you guys have anybody that you're looking at specifically? Mom and 5 to Kings, Pennsylvania. Hey, I'll be honest with you. I don't have anybody specifically that I'm looking at, but I'm narrowing it down. And I don't know if we've heard of them or not. The guy that went to Africa, Jim Mitchell, Miss Chewy, hello. Hoodie guy. Well, hoodie guy was acting awful weird at that food truck, wasn't he? Jackass. Who said Kate? Hey, thank you for being a new sub. I don't think it's anyone been named. T. Kelly. Yeah, I believe you're thinking like I am, T. Kelly. I'm still waiting for someone to confirm the hoodie guy actually went to South Africa or went to Africa, American Princess says. Yeah, that's been all over the news, or social media, but I don't know if it has been proven that he went to Africa. Mom to 5 Kings says, could even be Don Wells. Does he have 7 alibis this time? Oh, Lord. Hello, Mary. Let's see. I don't know how to say your first name. Polani Casey. She says, I think it's some random resident in the area. I'm trying to get to everybody's comments here. I'm not using StreamYard, guys, so I won't be able to put your comments up on here. I'm using the YouTube app. So I'll try to read them as they come up here if I can keep up. I don't know how many's going to actually be in attendance today. They have a lot of evidence they are not sharing. Yes, Miss Chewy. Oh, and I put on my community post earlier that because everybody's talking about the police keeping tight-lipped on the investigation, and I put on my community post. I was like, well, could it because it's a murder investigation? Hello, it's not like someone's taking packages off of porches. But yeah, it's a serious murder investigation, so I can actually see, and it's no different than any other serious investigation. They do stay tight-lipped. Oh yeah. Thank you, ICU, for putting that up there. I've had some people say they've not been getting notifications. So, guys, if you're on a phone uh, under your YouTube app, go in and make sure the notifications are all on. So that might help. I've heard some people say just unsub and resub. I mean, you can try that, but if that don't help, just make sure that the notifications are all on. Maybe as simple as that. All right, so let's get into the meat and taters here. Um, okay, so I'm kind of getting. I think I'm getting the bigger picture of things now. I think I'm getting close to pretty much what happened, and let me know what you think. All right, so adding it up here, guys, we've got that Xana's dad came up there the weekend before they were all killed to change out her locks. And like I said, this just all came to me last night when I was thinking about this. And why is that important? I believe, and this is just my opinion, I believe the killer is responsible for the fear or the possible fear in Xana to have her dad come change those locks. Y'all follow me here? Let me know in the chat what you think about that. Mary says, I don't understand how 4 people get killed, but others didn't hear any noise. Bull. We're getting to that, Mary. We're getting to that. All right. So we've got Xana's dad changing out the locks on her doors. And I believe that the killer is responsible for probably putting some fear into Xana to have her dad change out those locks. Which also leads me to believe. Now he came and changed out the locks one weekend before they were murdered. So, in my opinion, something happened, whether it be an altercation, argument, something that just randomly happened that didn't make Xana feel safe. that made her have her dad come up there and change those locks? Did some, and again, who was in that house? It had to have been someone in that house previously that made Xana have her dad change out her lock. I'm thinking something happened probably within 2 to 3 weeks of them getting killed. Probably very soon to her dad coming over and changing those locks. Something happened. I just feel like something happened in that time frame around when her dad changed out those locks. There was some kind of fear in that house. Well, there was definitely probably some fear in Xana, some security issues going on. Did someone possibly, was she in her room and someone tried to maybe force herself in her room a couple weeks before? Was there an argument between her and someone else? Could it be just that there were some people over there that were really sketchy? And I'm talking, you know who I'm talking about, these people that are just really sketchy, because you've got to understand, maybe there were some people coming over there that wasn't college kids. Maybe they were friends of college kids. Maybe they were, maybe there were people coming in there that were on parole. Maybe there were just some sick, weird people coming in there. But I feel like something happened. Someone was in that house, and there was an exchange, some type of interaction with Xana that made her have her dad come over and change out those locks. And maybe that's why the 2 roommates were not hurt, is because, and listen, this is why I'm saying this is the reason why, let me address the 2 roommates not being hurt. This is why I think the 2 roommates were not hurt. I think whatever occurred prior to the killings, number one, the killer obviously had been in there, in my opinion. And whatever issue happened around the time that Xana had to have her dad come change out her door locks, it just didn't have anything to do with the roommates. That's what I think. It just didn't have anything to do with the roommates. I believe like the killer or killers know the roommates somehow, some way. Maybe they were just over there at a party and, maybe they got along with the surviving roommates, but everybody else, maybe there was a big argument or something like that, guys. Oh, thank you, Mysterious Crimes. Look at here, gifted 5 true crime with Don B memberships. Now, if that don't say Merry Christmas, I don't know what does. And guys, I do not know how to handle that. Help me out with that. What is the did you pick out, or how does that work? Is it for me to give to people, or how does that work? Oh, okay, you picked them out. Okay, you picked them out. I see now. Okay. Mysterious Crimes. Boy. Let's see. I'm a little behind on all this stuff, guys, so bear with me. I'm not too good at the whole YouTube and StreamYard stuff. So, shout out to Mysterious Crimes. That was awesome. I bet they will love that, and I love it. Thank you so much. And that's another thing, guys. I mean, you're just pause real quick on what I was talking about. We're going to be having we're going to be having Christmas here real soon, and there's going to be 4 families that ain't going to be having their children with them this year. So let's stop and think about that for a minute. So, but I believe something happened around the time that Xana had her dad change out those door locks. Don't know if it's an argument at a party. Don't know if someone was acting weird at a party. Maybe someone, what if Xana came up to her room during a party and somebody was in there? You know what I mean? And, she's like, "Get the hell out of my room. What the F are you doing?" Maybe there was a big altercation because, so here's another thing, guys. We don't know. So we don't know the relationship that Xana, Maddie, and Kaylee had. We don't know. I mean, and the other 2 surviving roommates. We don't know if Xana, Maddie, and Kaylee were like in their own clique, and the 2 surviving roommates were not really in that clique. You know what I mean? That would probably so if there was an altercation, say with Xana and Maddie and Kaylee came to her defense at a party, maybe that's the reason all 3 of them were targeted. You know what I mean? What do you think? And maybe that's the reason why Xana had those locks changed. It could very well be what's going on here, guys. Mary says, "I believe that others know who did it, but are afraid to tell. Maybe friends with the killer." Yeah, I mean, guys, I definitely, in my opinion, think that the killer knows all of them in that house. And there was something, everybody keeps saying, normally in these situations, the victims had some kind of interaction with the killer, whether, it was a stalker, an argument, family member, friend, associate. There's some kind of connection there that they've had with the killer in most cases. So, but the thing, and I'll say this again, the thing that really sticks out to me, guys, is Xana having those door locks changed, because that's a sense of security. That's a sense of security. It's a sense of, you change out those door locks, you can control. It's a sense of control too. You can control, maybe there's some fear there, and you can control that fear of someone coming in if you change out those locks. I mean, if you come home one day and you're walking in with your groceries, and there's some people that have picked your lock or something like that, or somehow gotten in, and you kick them out, or you call the police, and the police arrest them for trespassing or breaking and entering or whatever, and you find out that they came through your door, you're probably going to want to change your door locks, ain't you? Probably just for that sense of security. And even when I bought my house, and I was going through this home ownership course, because I was a first time home buyer, they said the most important thing to do once you move into your house is to change out the door locks, all the door locks, because the previous owners had it. Anybody that's worked in a house may have a key, and that key could have been copied and made it and handed off to different people. And you're an easy target for shady contractors if they've had a key to your house to come in and just steal you blind. So So that is pretty much what I wanted to bring to you guys on this quick live today. So let me know what you think about my theory here, about my suspicion or speculation. What do you think? Do you think I'm onto something? T. Kelly says that fight in the store was the same time as the locks changed. What fight in the store? Was there a fight in the store, T. Kelly? I've not heard about a fight in the store. Hey, Lone Star Mama. Hey, it's Selena Dixon. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, Stillwaters. I see your comment here and about Dylan's boyfriend. See that? I mean, there could be there bound to have been some shady people in and out of that place, guys. Uh, B's happy. Yes, I agree. The killer knows all involved. Sunstar says, Dawn, how did the killer get into the locked doors? Or do you think that the killer had access or a code? He could have come in the sliding glass door up on the second floor. I mean, everybody was out partying that night. They got home, probably drunker than a skunk or just tired. Maybe they just, I mean, I hate to say it, guys, but there's sometimes I leave one of my doors unlocked at night. You know what I mean? So they could have, I mean, somebody on the second floor could have left that sliding glass door open. I mean, not open, but just unlocked. You know what I mean? I shouldn't say open. I should mean unlocked. And here's another theory, guys. And I hate to say this because it puts the surviving roommates at speculation here, which I really don't want to put like any focus on them as far as being murderers or anything. But here's another scenario. What if, because we know that the two surviving roommates got home before everybody else did, like about an hour before everybody else did, I'll say, just about an hour. Um, we don't know if those surviving roommates came home with anybody. I mean, what if they showed up with 3 or 4 people that were shady as hell? You know what I mean? And um, they were just chilling. The surviving roommates went to sleep, and everybody and the other, 2, 3, maybe it's just one person that was there with them was up, and you see what I'm saying? I mean that would be horrible to think about. That like if thank you, Constantina. Uh, it would be horrible to think that you had some people over to chill out with you, whatever, and you fell asleep, and then you woke up the next morning to find your roommates slaughtered upstairs, and you're thinking, shit, could it have been them people I had over last night? I mean, you got to think about that, guys. That could be what those roommates are going through right now. I mean, that's some trauma that's some mental trauma on a whole new level, and some talk about survivor's guilt. I mean, can you imagine having some people over to chill out with you, and then you go to sleep, and those people may have went up there and slaughtered your friends? I mean, talk about survivor's guilt. Shit. But right now, I don't have any single one suspect that I'm looking at. Let's see. Cheryl Ann said Kaylee's ex-boyfriend is the only one who had uh, a great loss being the ex. Xana and Maddie supported Kaylee for her decision to move on from the ex. Yeah, I mean, I just don't have enough, and just because he was an ex doesn't mean he was a jealous, raging, murderous ex. You know what I mean? I mean, could be, couldn't be. I don't know. I don't have no proof to back that up yet. Like a lot of people were also saying, well, it could have been the guy that owned the food truck because they stole, or someone said something about Kaylee Madison may have stole the food and she was reaching in and kind of just being belligerent because she is drunk. But again, there's no proof that the guy snapped over them taking food and went and slaughtered them. I don't think we really have any proof of anybody that we uh, know about that's got connections to the victims. I don't think we've got any 100% proof that any of them are or could be um, crazy, murderous people that would go up there and just slaughter everybody. Am I missing something, guys? Oh, video shows them paying. Oh, okay, okay. Well, there you go. There you go. Oh, don't worry about caps. Stuff happens, Darlene. I don't care if y'all need to type in caps because you got bad eyes or whatever. It's fine. Food truck guy gave them the food without paying to get them to leave. Well, I mean, he's probably, you know, he's probably not hurting for money. So I mean, it is me. I mean, and I'd be like, here, guys, go on. I ain't hurting. You can have it. Go on. Just be nice. Did the dad? I said, Mom to Five Kings says, did the dad who changed out the door locks live close by? Who would have had access to the new keys? Well, again though, guys, who knows what kind of condition Xana and Ethan were in when they got home? Did they lock the door? Did they even lock the door? You know what I mean? I mean, it all falls back to you've got it on there. It's like seatbelts. Y'all fuss at me all the time about my seatbelt. It's right there, but it's up to me whether I use it or not. Did they use the lock? Was it locked? I mean, that would be bad if her dad come up there and done all that, and then she just didn't lock the door. Jenny Rose says maybe Xana didn't lock the door because she wasn't alone. There you go. I mean, she had Ethan with her. So if Xana and E were in a fight, they would lock up for sure. Um, Sunstar says, okay, I saw where each room was a rental and had individual locks on all the rooms. Yeah, but let's see. It has been confirmed that JS and his parents went to Africa. Well, I mean, that does look a little weird, but I mean, we need more information from the police on that. But if they're not talking, oh, Sadie 84 says Africa is a rumor. Oh yeah, again, guys, where's the proof that they went to Africa? Can anybody show me proof that they went to Africa? We got all this talk about them going to Africa. Has anything popped up on the internet that proves They went to Africa. Cheryl Locke says, no, there is no proof. Thank you, Cheryl. JS parents are funding the medical building at the university. Well, if they're that rich, going to Africa is probably like us going on, going to the beach. So I don't think that would be. I mean, it's probably bad timing. It's suspicious timing. That's probably the better word for it. Suspicious timing. But if they got that kind of money, I could see it. I could see it. And Mysterious Crime says nothing has shown up that they are in Africa. Yeah, um, I've not seen any YouTubers or anybody. I've seen them talking about it, but I've not heard them show proof that they're in Africa. I mean, and even if they are, like someone was saying, you know, if they're that filthy rich, um, what's going to Africa for 2 or 3 weeks to them? It's kind of like us going to the beach twice a year or something. You know what I mean? Let's see. Skill Square 3D Gaming says apparently there's a Facebook post saying that there is a guy who works in the area that stopped going to work and he is taking a hunting knife to the job. Went no show after the murders for a week. Huh. Uh, Conspiracy Trivia says Africa is a continent. They are in Kenya and travel there often. Yeah, a lot of people with money, it's nothing for them to go do mission trips to Africa and stuff like that. Probably mission trip or something, like a medical mission trip or something. He just tagged along with the parents. Um, no concrete evidence in this case, like others. It's just a shame. Well, B's happy. We don't know. There could be concrete evidence. That's the thing. People are fussing because there's lack of communication coming from the police on what they have or what they don't have. Um, and, I think that, I mean, I hate to say this, but I mean, they can give out a little information, but, like they're saying, any information that could jeopardize the investigation, tip someone off, anything like that. Yeah, it's their investigation and they're going to handle it the way they need to. That way they can get the person responsible and do it the right way and hold that person legally responsible. And there won't be no mistrial, no technicalities, um, no evidence tampering, anything like that. Because it would be a shame to, you know, let out all the information that the public wants and then, it just all go to hell in a handbasket. And you have another Casey Anthony case or an OJ Simpson. You know what I mean? So let's see. Annette the Crow. Hello, Annette the Crow. I do not believe the killer that brutally killed four would worry about dog playing in the crime scene. No. But Jack would care if his dog was. That's why the dog was found locked away. Though the dog was found locked away. I didn't know that. All right, guys, help me out with this dog being locked away. Annette the Crow says the dog was actually locked away. Help me out with that, guys. Yes, in another room. Yes, I heard. Okay, now, yes, the dog was in another room. I believe it could have been, yes, the dog was in an empty room. All right, now, apparently the dog was not dirty at all. The dog was in another room. All right, guys. Let's talk about this. Did that did that empty room, was that maybe the dog's room? Maybe that's where the dog stayed. Um, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now. I don't care what the police say. They checked that dog for evidence. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that right now. They can say what they want to, but I bet you, you know, if I had $1 million to bet on it, I'd bet you that $1 million they checked that dog for that dog. Yeah, I don't care what they said. I don't care what they say. But um, yeah. What I mean, do we know anything factually about the dog? I mean, has it? Has there been? Hey, Sherlock, thank you so much. Thank you, girl. She is a great supporter of mine. Appreciate it, Cheryl. Um, let's see. Ellie said no evidence found on dog. Well, there you go. That tells you they checked the dog. Uh, Ellie said dog had nothing, or Ellie said dog had nothing on the dog from crimes. I bet. Was the dog in that room just because it was in that room? I mean, was that the dog's room that it stayed in? Could that be? Yeah, the dog is adorable. Did the dog maybe have its own room? Because I'm sure. Listen to this, guys. Listen to this. If there's 30 or 40 people over there partying and drinking and doing whatever, um, are you going to put your dog up, or are you just going to let it run loose? Could have been a room that they've been using to put the dog in. You know what I mean? Ellie said the dog wasn't in the room where the crime was committed. They didn't elaborate. Yeah, I can believe. Dawn, please see my message. Not so dumb blonde. I don't. Oh, huh. What are you talking about? Not so dumb blonde. Run it back. Throw it up here again. That way I can see it. Because it was a 6 bedroom. It was a 6 bedroom house. Maybe one of those rooms was being used for. Can we please watch a video from Jack Crime? He said it's okay. Please share. Oh, I don't have no way of doing that. That's for StreamYard. I have no way of doing that. I'm just using the YouTube app. I have no way of sharing stuff. Uh, but let's see. There is an empty bedroom from a former roommate that had left also. Yes, I mean maybe the dog was. I mean, when they left that evening to go out and do whatever they were going to do, maybe they put the dog in the room. Maybe it was normal for them to put the dog in that room so it just wouldn't run all over the entire house while everybody's out. So and maybe when they come home, maybe they just didn't let the dog out and just all went to bed. And, or maybe they even checked on the dog and just left the dog in the room for the night, made sure he had food and water. Uh, they could have even took him out for a walk after they got home real quick, brought him back in, put him in the room, and everybody went to bed. And the murders happened. And of course, the dog is still in the room. That could also have happened. I just have a hard time believing that they let that dog run all over that whole house with other people there. It would just be respectful to like the bottom two surviving roommates. What if the dog goes down there and just jumps all over their clothes, takes a dump in their living room? It just, the dog probably, I'm thinking the dog may have had its own room. That's what I'm thinking, guys. And maybe it was just in that room when all the murders happened. Yeah. Malika, only if dogs could speak, right? Uh, it's a cute dog, though. Don't get me wrong. That dog was that's a pretty dog. Brian Hoffmaster says dog in own room in a crate. Yeah, that could be too. Yeah. I don't know. That's a big old dog. That'd be a big old crate, wouldn't it? I love my dog. I love dogs. I love dogs. Even though I don't got one, I love dogs, guys. Well, anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up. Guys. So let me know what you think. And if you're late and watching this on the replay, just to recap, I'm thinking something happened around the time that Xana's dad changed out her door locks that put maybe some fear into Xana, some security issues. And I believe the killer is responsible for those locks being changed. That's what I'm thinking, guys. That's what I'm thinking. The killer is responsible for those locks being changed on Xana's door. He or they or she, they put some fear in that girl, or some security. There were some security issues or some fear issues there to have those locks changed before the murder. And obviously, it was someone that was in that house previous to the murders. And also believe that there was some kind of exchange or altercation, something around the time that the door locks were changed, that led up to all this. That's what I'm thinking. So again, guys, don't want to put the two surviving roommates in any unneeded spotlight. It could, they could be very well dealing with some survivor's guilt. And you never know what anybody in that house seen. So, I mean, everybody that was in there when they called 911, who knows, guys? It could, I mean, technically, yeah, the killer could have been in there too, but there's going to be some innocent people in there that's going to need some therapy. You know what I mean? So, prayers for everybody. Hope they get this thing solved quickly. If I come up with anything else, I'll jump on here and let you know. So, other than that, I'm just going to do a video tomorrow. So, stay tuned for that. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for all the support. Love you. I'll see you on the next video.